I think the significant is greatly significant because of the fact that these two countries, UAE and Bahrain, although have never been in a military conflict recently with Israel, this is a fact, and this is very important because this is an agreement that sets a precedent, and it opens up the whole area for great working together, and it sets a precedent that I think many other countries are going to follow in the Middle East, and it changes the whole dynamics of the Middle East. And I believe it'll have a major, major effect on the Palestinians. It will say to the Palestinians, the time is now to make peace. And I believe that it'll be very much important for the Palestinians to come to the peace table. Let me say, first of all, as president of the World Jewish Congress, I have visited 40 countries. We represent 100 countries. I visited 40 countries. And what I've seen over and over again, everybody in the diaspora, the Jewish diaspora, wants peace. And they are extraordinarily excited about this. And the fact is, they're all looking to the Middle East in a way they have not looked in the past. To them, the Middle East was only Israel and a few in Jordan and Egypt, but it was now they're looking at the entire Middle East as one. And I believe that the question everyone asks is what the Palestinians are going to do. I think the Palestinians are realizing now that this is the time to make peace. They should not and cannot wait. Justice does not come overnight. It takes time. It takes time to build together. And there always will be, in the near future, extremists trying to stop this trust, trying to do whatever they can. But remember, we're all children of Abraham, and we're cousins. And I believe very, very much that someday you'll have Jews, Muslims, and Christians sitting down at the same table, enjoying the same food and discussing things. And I look forward someday that there'll be think tanks made up of Jews, Muslims, and Christians working together to find things together. This is the future. This is what's happening. And frankly, the young people in the Middle East, and I bet many of them in my travels throughout the Middle East, want peace, they want to work together, and they want a future. And they realize working together, they can have a future. We as the World Jewish Congress have Bahrain part of the World Jewish Congress, and we're just voting in the UAE Jewish community as part of the World Jewish Congress. I don't know the exact numbers, but there is a sizable Jewish community in the UAE, and I know they have a small Jewish school there already. And we're looking at working with this school, my foundation. And in Bahrain, I visited the synagogue there, and I've seen the Jewish community there. But interesting enough, once this piece is done, I think you'll find many, many more Jewish people coming out and saying we're Jewish and what it's about. And I think there'll be a great deal of back and forth between the two countries. I think there'll be sometimes more planes between Israel and the UAE than between Israel and other countries. And it'll be something important.